to the second part of the horror, the horror. As if I didn't hate my life enough right now, I'm about to hate it even worse. I haven't read on, but I have that feeling just because of what I read already that this is going to probably just get worse as well. So, let's do this. The horror, the horror, part 2. Days had passed since Roseluck's imprisonment, maybe weeks, possibly even months. In the cave, with the only light being a perpetually burning torch, it was difficult to tell. Every now and then, Lily would come and bring food and water. Most of the time, her eyes and teeth were back to normal, but she remained silent, avoiding eye contact with Roseluck at all costs, staying only to watch them eat and then leave it quickly. Brayburn's food was drugged, keeping him permanently suggestible and a permanently suggestible and aroused state. And after every feeding, he would force himself onto Roseluck, repeatedly rape her. Roseluck had come to dread mealtime, for she knew what would inevitably follow. On one occasion, she had even tried to take Brayburn's drug-laced hay and throw it out of the cage. Lily had told Brayburn to beat her, and he did, viciously. Her face was still bruised, and never tried it again. After a while, Roseluck noticed her period had stopped and her belly began to swell. No, come on. Every so often, she felt terribly sick, and even more sick than usual. And the awful realization dawned. She was pregnant. No, come on, really? It was inevitable, really. But the possibility hadn't even occurred to her. That didn't stop Brayburn, though. He would continually rape her relentlessly. However, when Lily noticed her bulge, she stopped giving Brayburn the drug. Thus, after several months, he finally came out of his stupor. What the? Where in Equestria am I? He said, looking around. He saw Roseluck. Well, howdy there. He frowned when she cringed and looked at him with disgust. Hey now, don't worry. I ain't gonna hurt you. Roseluck stared at him with amazement. He wasn't lurching at her forward. His eyes filled with lust. He sounded kind. The beast, the monster from her nightmare, standing there looking so confused and innocent and kind. Maybe Lily had forgotten to administer his drugs? Whatever the situation, Roseluck felt deeply conflicted. She knew it wasn't Brayburn's fault, but even so, he still terrified her utterly. Blah. What's this? Some kind of cave? He took in his surroundings, completely baffled. And whoa, you're pregnant! He was still somewhat dozy from the after effects of the drug, and seemed more curious about everything that worried or scared. What? More curious about everything that worried or scared? Huh. Roseluck gulped.
Yes.
Right, well now, this is most strange. I was just having a walk through the woods, and I wake up in a cage with a pregnant mare. Oh, hell. Applejack and Big Mac are going to be wondering where the hay I've got to. I'm Brayburn, by the way. What's your name?
Roseluck. You know Applejack and Big Mac?
Know them? Why, they're my cousins. Roseluck breathed deeply.
I really don't know how to tell you this, but we've been in here for a long time.
Brayburn's eyes widened. How long?
Months, I think.
She looked at her belly.
Yes, it must have been months.
But I just woke up. I certainly ain't been here for months. Roseluck sighed and told him he had been constantly drugged and how he repeatedly raped her. How the little foal in her belly was his. I don't want to know what happens. Oh, God. Brayburn shook his head and then vomited copiously. As the sickly smell of the cave, he stared in disbelief. The smell filled the cave, Jesus. I'm not really good at reading. I try my best. No way. No, that's just... Oh, Celestia, did I really do that to you? Oh my, well, I guess sorry won't cut it, but I truly, deeply am sorry. Sorry as any pony can possibly be. I had no idea. Roseluck smiled slightly. It was the first time she had smiled in a very long time. She actually felt sorry for him. The poor pony discovered he had done all this without any knowledge. It was, of course, nowhere near as bad as what Roseluck had endured, but even so, she couldn't but help to feel sympathy.
It wasn't your fault. I don't blame you.
Oh, God, don't tell me I'm at the last part. Oh, God, I'm at the last part. No, I don't want to do this. A few days later, Lily came back with food and drink as usual. She sat there, watching Brayburn and Roseluck eat. Once they had finished, they noticed rather than hurrying off, Lily had stayed and was looking at them with. Roseluck wasn't sure, but it looked like desire or hunger. Either way, she found it somewhat unsettling. Roseluck lay down, facing away from Lily, hoping that she would just go away. Lily strolled around the cage, back to Roseluck's line of sight. Roseluck tried to stand up, but found it that she was unable to move her limbs. She tried to cry out in surprise, but the only guttural squeak came out of her mouth. Came out as her mouth wouldn't follow any instructions her mind gave her. She tried to move again, but nothing happened. She was completely paralyzed, and she looked at Lily, who was grinning in satisfaction. No. I could probably guess what actually is going to happen. No.
Ah, good. You both are completely incapacitated.
Wow.
I was worried I haven't put in enough of the drug, or maybe too much.
Her eyes flashed red, and she revealed rows of dagger teeth.
At least now it's time for me to feed properly. You don't know how much I've been looking forward for this.
No. Lily's tongue emerged from her mouth like a snake, weaving and edging its way through the bars of the cage towards Roseluck. No. Oh, God, no. Oh, God. Oh, wow. My stomach is already doing somersaults, and I don't like this at all. I'm going to hell, guys. After reading this, there's no way I'm going into heaven. The unnatural proboscis grew even longer, and Roseluck watched in horror as the slimy wetness flopped against her numb thigh. No. It then slivered its way toward her vagina, and the feeling of the object horror rose as it pushed its way in between her swollen lips of her labia and slipped inside of her, past her cervix, towards her womb. Roseluck could feel the tongue wiggling inside of her, worming its way towards her foal and wrapped itself around the fetus. Why? I'm not even going to censor myself out. Why the fuck am I reading this? I hate my life. Fuck you, Mark. She wanted to cry and vomit, but she couldn't move a muscle. She was screaming in her head, just wishing that she was dead and wouldn't have to endure what was happening. Lily's face was full with anticipation, drool visibly dripping from her mouth and splashed onto the cave floor. Her tongue began to withdraw, and Roseluck could feel it dragging the fetus along with it, tearing it from its safe, warm home. I hate my life, wrenching it from the rightful place inside of Roseluck. It slid through her birth canal, and with a swift yank, the fetus was severed from the umbilical cord and removed from Roseluck's body and wrapped in Lily's disgusting extended tongue. I just came down to the conclusion, I hate my life. The fetus was mostly stained red with the occasional patches of crimson and maroon. Its pony shape was clear, and Roseluck could see its miniature front and hind legs of dark patches of where its eyes meant to be. It looked so tiny, hopeless, and pathetic. Roseluck watched with desperation as her foal was torn away from her. Lily dropped at her hooves, and her tongue retreated back into her mouth. No! Oh, God, no! Fuck! Oh my god, I don't know if I could do any more of these actually after this. I actually feel sick. Note to self, if I get a girlfriend and we're having a baby, I'm keeping a gun with me everywhere we go. The fetus was intact, but not for long. Lily stamped her hooves on it several times. Fuck! Spurting out blood and viscera until it was just a bloody pulp. I'm sorry about that. She then gorged on the foal, moaning with almost orgasmic delight as she chewed on the mashed fetus, savoring the taste. Man, I feel like I'm actually about to puke. She ate slowly and deliberately, lapping up all the remains and licked the floor to make sure she hadn't missed any of the juices. Once she had finished, she gasped with joy, and a trickle of fluid dripped from her vagina. She stood, panting heavily, overcome with ecstasy, and then started giggling uncontrollably. Roseluck looked on, completely broken. All she wanted was to die, because there was no way she could carry on living after this. The rape has been violent, but this was beyond anything she had ever envisaged in her worst nightmares. I had never even had nightmares like this, but thank God this one's going to cause it. Lily had recovered and stared at Roseluck with a smirk on her face.
You are livestock, Roseluck. Always remember that. You exist only to nourish me. That's all you will be, for as long as you carry foals for me to suck out and feast upon.
Brayburn had not been able to see the events that had unfolded, but he heard the slurp and the wet stamp of Lily's hooves crunch down on the fetus. But Roseluck, she was forced to watch it, living every moment. The next day, Brayburn's food was once again laced with the aphrodisiac, and he once again raped Roseluck. Roseluck didn't care about anything anymore. She hadn't even tried to kill herself. She lived to nourish and produce foal after foal to be livestock to serve Lily. There was nothing else now. Nothing at all. So, that was the horror. I feel as though I need to go to church now because, I mean, let's face it, after reading this, there's no ticket in heaven for me right now. I'm going straight to hell. Like, why would you... Don't attack me for reading this because... Oh, God, I actually feel like I'm going to puke. The guy's name is Big Macintosh 20111. If you want to kill someone, kill him. I'm going to take a look at the reviews real quick. Oh my god. People, I mean, granted, people are saying it was a good story, but let's face it. Why? My god, out of everything that I have read, nothing has compared to this. Like, oh god, I hate my life. So yeah, I don't know what you want to do for this one. Like it, dislike it, tell me that it was probably the worst thing that has ever been in existence, because I personally think this was the worst thing that ever came out in existence. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go take a bath and bleach, and you guys try to have a good day now. Poshtrio out. Fuck!